Hello, Butteros and Buttergirls. This is Butterbrother Tanky, and today I'm back on Dead Cells. Yeah. And I've been playing a lot of games, you know, all sorts of games of all the such. Oh yeah, and last time I unlocked the thing. I get to have a random melee weapon when I start. I didn't unlock the random bow yet. But with a random melee weapon, I won't just be starting off with a basic sword at the beginning of all this. I'll start off with like this pistol and machine. Okay. And should not have gotten hit. Hopefully I'll be able to add some background music that I find to this. Why was that chest horrible? Chest was awful. What? Yo, this game keeps getting weirder and weirder, bro. I feel uneasy when I'm next to this monolith. I should leave fast. What is that beauty? A hard light sword. Hard light sword and hard light gun? Bro, what? Ayo. Alright. Oh, you know, y'all, recently I got invited to join a D&D session randomly. Well, a whole campaign, actually. I was invited to be a player in a campaign, and it'd be my first time being in one. I don't even know if I'm really gonna do it. I ain't really ever played D&D. I watch a lot of D&D YouTube videos, because they tend to be funny. But playing it, I never did. So it'd be an interesting experience to actually play the game for once. And I took more damage. Though in all the things, I barely see people play Monk, so... And I really happen to actually... The few times that I have seen people play Monk, it looks pretty enjoyable, so I'll probably play Monk. Just doing so many hits. So many hits. I feel like if I get the Nutcracker, it would take away my, both my things. Because I think I need one to have the other. So, because the gun wasn't there in the first place. I just picked up the sword and it gave me the gun too, so. Alright. Man, I love this one. Fun to use. Alright, down, shoot, bang, bang, bang. Down, shoot, bang, 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 bang. Bang, bang. Bang. Where you think you're going, my guy? Alright. I can't break that one, can I? Yeah, no. Going down. Just move fast. You know, I don't really have much to talk about while I'm playing Dead Cells. So I just normally start bringing up random things, like things I've read. So now I shall once again do that and bring up something that I have read. I've been recently, you know, I read a lot in general, mainly web novels and such. And one of the more recent things I picked up reading, I must say, is My Vampire System. And, you know, personally, when it's like, oh, would you rather be a werewolf or a vampire? I'd personally rather be a vampire. I said vampire, werewolf. Because being a werewolf in Skyrim was so fun. Of course, at this point, I think I'd more be in line with a vampire, just because of My Vampire System. And pretty much My Vampire System is by this dude, JKS Monoliths. and he has three other series from my knowledge. It first was my dragon system, which is medieval times. My werewolf system, which is like modern era. My vampire system, which I read, which is like futuristic, sci-fi, space and such. And then there's level up zombie. And I have no idea when that one takes place. I just randomly ran across it. Aha! I have an upgrade! Give me my upgrade. It is an upgrade, right? Yeah, it's an upgrade. And, you know, my vampire system, it's a really interesting read, you know? Well, all the system things are interesting reads. I didn't read the other two system things, my uncle did. It's just that I ran across my vampire system because of other things I've read that happened to be sci-fi or whatnot. And it was like, hey, yo, you might like this too. And then I realized it was made by the same person that made two things my uncle read, which was my werewolf system and my dragon system, not in that order. He's still currently reading my werewolf system, actually. And, so I just started like, yeah, sure, you know what? I will read my vampire system. See what it's about. See how it is. Alright. And I like it. If y'all don't mind any spoilers, I will begin to talk about it now. But if you do, just kind of like skip this part if you want to read it. But you don't even know if you want to read it yet because, you know, you don't even know if it's good or not yet. So yeah, I just gave y'all a reason to keep watching anyway. And anyway, let's talk about my vampire system, right? Pretty much my vampire system. It is a web novel. And it starts off with this kid. Curly black hair. He looks pretty frail, pretty weak. Looks like that kid you would bully in school, you know? That would get bullied at least. And then he would be the dude that snapped and be like, don't come to school tomorrow. He looked like that guy. And he, like I was saying, was getting bullied in school. You know, it showed him pretty much straight off the bat, him getting freaking bullied in school. Him not enjoying his life. Because my vampire system takes place in a world where aliens have attacked Earth. And to fight these aliens, humans rose up gaining special abilities to fight against them. As well as fighting these beasts, which is very prevalent among these series of going from like very low tier beasts to like, I think the highest tier is demon tier, from what I know, or god tier, one of the two. Anyway, it goes to high tier beasts. And in this thing, they use their abilities and the combination of their ability, gaining the ability to make portals to go to other planets to fight against these aliens known as the Dalki. And these Dalki, bruv, they were pretty intense. They look like giant standing half dragonoids. They look like dragonoids. Half dragon, half humanish. Bipedal, you know? And they were tough to beat because as you hurt them, their whole shtick was as you hurt them, the more damage you do to them, the more, you know, the stronger they get. And so it was a struggle to beat them, but they managed to maybe not come out victorious, but drive them off. They drove the Dalki off of their planet. And then this all happened, like, this is just background for what was happening in Quinn, so you understood what was about to happen. Like, it pretty much starts off with Quinn, that's the main character, the kid with curly hair, walking through the hallways of his school. You know, just walking, looking a bit frail, fragile, you know? Y'all could probably imagine. Looking like if he would be the type of person to tell you don't come to school tomorrow, you know? And he walked in through the halls, and then all of a sudden this dude showed up. And this dude pretty much was a bully with a strong ability. If you read cultivator stories, you know that people with strong abilities, people who are strong tend to pick on the weak in general. If you read cultivator stories or watch anime of anything of such, the strong tend to pick on the weak because they know that there are people out there that are stronger than them, and they just understand, you know. I'm strong, but there will always be someone stronger, so I'm gonna pick on the weaker people. You know, that's their mentality. I can only assume. And so, ow, ow, give me a sec. I'm struggling. Your boy, this dude shows up as Quinn was walking through the hallway and pretty much start talking trash to Quinn. And then he, you know, uses his ability to hit Quinn. Quinn, having been used to this, you would think he was scared, but he really didn't care while he was, you know, getting attacked. You're like, yeah, sure, whatever. It's normal at this point. They're going to attack me because they, you know, just think they're better than everybody else in the world that's weaker than them. They think they should be the center of attention. I'm gonna just let him do his thing. He attacked Quinn, and instead of just trying to dodge, I believe, it's been a while since I read the beginning of this, okay? And I believe Quinn attacked him back and then retreated. Left the school. It was like the end of the school day. Don't even know what classes Quinn took. Yeah, no, I'm gonna just keep my head. Don't even know what classes Quinn took yet, and we go back to Quinn's house. And in this world, because of the whole donkey invasion thing, there is a thing, there is this, it's like South Korea. When you hit a certain age, you have to apply for the military for 2 years. It's just that in my vampire system, it's you go to military school for, you go to military school. Like it's still like extra education, just instead you're doing it with the military to improve yourself, getting yourself ready for war at any point in time. And so Quinn went home. He was finna hit that age of 16 of when he was going to be sent to military school. And then when he got home, he's orphaned, you know, by himself. He lost his parents during the whole Donkey War. And so he lives by himself. What should have happened was the government taking him in, but it was weird because they just kind of gave him his own apartment and said, there you go. We'll not interfere with anything else. And he was getting like a steady income so he could eat and such. Which, again, apparently, according to world logic, that world's logic, I mean, that's not what was supposed to happen. Everybody always thought it was strange, but, you know, everybody just kind of ignored it. And when he got home, there was this book on this table, which was apparently all his parents had left him. I've been describing this really, for a really long time, and I don't think anybody understands anything that's going on in this series right now. So I might need to, I'm just talking about it a bit. Pretty much that was his book that was left by, apparently, according to the people that told him his parents were dead, was left to him by his parents. And he was trying to, and when he first tried to open the book, he couldn't do it. Thinking maybe it's some sort of amazing ability book, because that's how you get abilities in this world. You read the books, and then that book will unlock your MC points, which will then allow you to start using the ability. And Quinn had been trying to open this book for a long time. He tried everything. When he got back, he had taken some stuff from the science classroom at his school, and then from there went to go try to use the chemicals to open the book, but that wasn't working. It was, I believe, I can't remember what attempt it was, like 300 something, I believe. That how long he had been trying to open this book. Like for years, he had been trying to open up this book, and it just wasn't opening. So he was like, okay, it won't open. Alright. I'm trying to fight this thing here. Do that. Okay. Okay. Nice. He'd been trying to open this book for a while. And once again, he tried the chemicals again. The chemicals didn't work. He was like, well. And when you go into the military academy, they offer you an Earth book. An Earth ability book. So that if you don't have an ability, they offer you an Earth ability book. So that you can at least have an ability to practice with. And then you're pretty much indebted to the military because they have all the Earth ability books. So you have to join the military to make the ability stronger. And Quinn was hoping this was some sort of cool ability, or an ability at least, so that he didn't have to take the Earth ability book. So that he could do what he wanted after he left the military school. But using the chemicals didn't work, and you know, after that he was like, well, that failed. Guess I'm gonna have to use the Earth ability book that they're gonna give me. Then when I forget what happened, what triggered it. Something triggered it. Something happened, I can't remember because it's been a really long time since I read that, that made Quinn start bleeding. Something happened that made Quinn begin to bleed. And his blood dripped onto the book. Which, if you can tell where this is going, of course, then activate it and open the book. Book opening, everything that was in and about the book immediately started going into Quinn's brain. And what pretty much surfaced from that was a interface, a system. And also described Quinn, telling him that, looking at the status system, the status window, I mean, Quinn saw that it said that he was a halfling. Halfling. And that all of his stats, they were currently 10. All his stats were at 10. His agility, his strength, constitution, all that was at 10. And of course, him still being confused, because at this point, games, they had long since been abandoned, pretty much. Because what would you do in the games when y'all constantly at fear of being thrown into war at any given moment? Don't got time to play games. So he was very confused about what he was looking at right now. And then all of a sudden he got a daily quest, which was, I believe it was the first one he got, which was drink a lot of water and stay in the shadows for 8 hours in the day. I think the first one was stay in the shadows 8 hours a day. 8 hours this day, I mean. No, the first one was drink the 2 gallons of water. Drink a lot of water. And Quinn saw that and was like, that's a lot of water it's asking me to drink. But I think he tried to do it anyway. And managed to complete the thing. And because he still had a couple of days before he was going to be sent, because his birthday wasn't until a couple of days, I believe. And so he did the one where it was stay inside 8 hours. No, not stay inside, stay in the shadows for 8 hours. And also the one that was pretty much drink a lot of water. And I've made it to the Black Bridge, I realized. And he did those. I believe they gave him experience, but they each gave him 1 experience, so he didn't level up or anything from them. Because it also showed him a level, and he was level 1. And pretty much was doing all this stuff. And then the day came where the military showed up, telling them, "Hey, yo, pack your stuff. You gotta get ready to go to the military academy." And so Quentin did that. Got all of his stuff ready to go to the military academy. The book was gone now. The book is now gone. The book doesn't exist anymore. After Quentin used it, it went away. And he then went into the military academy because he had to, literally had to. And I'm gonna say that's where I'm gonna stop talking about my vampire system for right now. Because this, I would need to write a script for, to continue telling the stuff about what happens in my vampire system. It's a very good read. I'm probably gonna make it a standalone video of me talking about my vampire system. Go back, get extra information that I might have missed out on, get confirmed information that I might have forgotten. Okay. But as you see, I made it to the boss. Yay, the concierge. Cause screw the concierge. Yeah! Get these bags, bro. What's that? Flint. A new thing. Room. Challenges room. Yeah, that's the daily challenge thing. Don't need that. Let's just take all the money stuff and then sell this. Best second. Yeah. Alright. Now we're fighting pirates. Ow. Go in. Shop. And give me that health. And then give me that health. Alright. This hard light sword and hard light gun, they really do. They really are amazing. That's what I can say. Like if for a random beginning weapon I get the hard light sword, then pretty much it just helps me do a lot of crit damage. Based on the marks I shoot on their head. Now I can't say it with it. It's very relatively slow group of weapons. All right, that's been dealt with. That dealt with. All right. See, after talking about my vampire system for so long, I have no idea what to talk about now. I'm not gonna do it very often, but every now and again, I'm probably just gonna start making videos of me talking about web novels that I've read. And this is me not even getting into things like Omniscient Reader. And Legendary Mechanic. I could also do with webtoons I've read. Not webtoons, webcomics I've read. But you know. They literally just webcomics. They won't be as long as videos. Jump. So it leads to another cool thing that I don't know exists, so. Allow me to reiterate that since the last time I played Dead Cells, last time I had ever played Dead Cells before I started recording it, none of this stuff existed when I originally played. The Pure Nail wasn't in the game. Cool, I can go back here now. Yeah, see? Had I known that, I would have do that. So yeah. Watch out for that, and I think it's right. Is that a chicken? That's a chicken man. It's currently raining outside. That's cool. Chickens! Ow. What's that? Polo power. Inflicts 46 damage. Turn you into chicken for a brief moment, firing explosive eggs around you. Hold up. Woo! Bro, that's longer than a brief moment. Since by the time I had already made it there, I had already ran out of time, so now I'm just gonna... I'm gonna go down toxic sewer path this time! Yay! And such. Reminds me of the fact that recently it had been discovered at school by a couple of people that I do in fact have a YouTube channel. It's not like they discovered it like, oh, you have a YouTube channel. They more found my YouTube name because I needed to give them my contact information for something. And for some reason on my contact, my own name, because I don't know my own phone number, my own name shows up as Butter Brother Tanky. And so they saw that, and I forgot that that was there, so I couldn't like change it or anything. Ooh. But is it? It causes knockback. I'm gonna just stick with the Pure Nail for now, so I can find something better. The Pure Nail is relatively quick. Now is what I'm realizing. This weapon, it's a more dexterous weapon. There's that thing. And so I tend to do the more tedious stuff off screen. Because it just feels right that way. Do that. Hey, over there, I saw you fight. Pretty impressive. Did you get it? Yep. Excellent. Now give it to me. Nah. I said, give it to me. Yeah, screw you, bro. I knew it. You're just like all the rest. You'll regret this. Don't really know if I am, bro. I don't even know who you is. You don't know who I am. I can teleport. Woo! Whoop. Be gone. You. There you go. Now I'm back. Alright, can't go up there like that. Roguelikes, they're fun games. They're relatively fast paced and easy to record. Because I have to do, at most, cuts when it comes to editing a roguelike. Which is cool for me. Of course, I do tend to add more so that the videos are like, ooh. Let me think. Do I keep it? I'm gonna keep my current setup. That's the setup I ran last time. I'm gonna keep my current one. To the ramparts! Probably not, actually. There's probably something else that would be more suited into calling a bomb build. But it is pretty much borderline there. Alright. I don't know why I had just randomly started talking about my vampires. I just really felt like randomly talking about it. And that got me to where I was. And now here I am. Writing out things to talk about. I guess when I put on the other thing, it increased everything else by 1. I'm sorry, you gotta go and nap your nail. Hold up, I can sell you that, right? You can only give me 1, but 1's enough. What? Oh, it's my only teleporter I have, so I can't teleport anywhere. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. What can I talk about? I've got a lot of things randomly on my mind. When I'm playing games like these, all I can really do is come up with random things on the spot and try to talk about them. Like, sit back and imagine. Shouts, screams, fire, everywhere, like a plague. You see people donned in dark clothing, attacking the civilians, left and right. Going into houses, destroying their homes. Looking at parents as they slaughter their children in front of them. This isn't how it's supposed to be. You see a little boy sitting there, quivering in the corner, scared out of his mind. You see him staring up at his mother, who is currently in front of him. Listen, Mel, you have to leave. You must go. The mother tells the boy frantically. But no buts, Mel. You must leave. Go with your sister. Mel looks up at his mother. Fear still there on his face. But Ma, what about you? What about Dad? I can't leave you all here. If I go, what'll happen to you? Aren't you coming? She had a reassuring smile on her face as she stared at her frightened young son. I'll follow you, Mel. Don't worry. I'll catch up soon. Go to Aura's. Find Jenny. You remember Auntie Jenny? She'll take care of you until I arrive. Now, go find your sister and run. Mel lingered for a bit, as if he was going to say more. Okay, Mom. I'll go find Kate. Just make sure you catch up, okay? And find Dad. You know how he gets at work. I know, Mel. I love you. I love you too, Mom. You know, yeah, like things like that. Came up with that whole thing on the spot. I don't know why I did. I just decided to, because I was bored. There we go. I killed Tom Elite. So that's cool. There's a lot of more elites just chilling around. can I just say? Funny thing is, I probably could have kept going while I was telling that story. It's just I realized that I just kind of threw y'all in there with no background at all. Of course, doesn't really need a background. I just kind of made it up on the spot. There was no intended background, but then I accidentally gave y'all some background. Sorry, I tend to get into my own head when I start coming up with stories, so... Health flask upgrades. I got these blue blades now. I can upgrade their quality. Increase damage to a slow target. I don't got nowhere to slow people. There we go. Hit me up with that frenzy. Yeah, hit me up with that frenzy. Okay, back at the Black Bridge. You know, I didn't think I'd actually make it back here, but then I did. Let's see if I can beat the thing this time without getting killed. It's concierge, right? Yeah, the concierge. Take my exploding eggs. Of course, I didn't get killed, but I did use pretty much everything I had last time. Yo, this chicken ability? Freaking amazing. Can I just say? This ability to turn into a freaking chicken is amazing. Oh yeah, I just realized I lost the revive because I already used it. Ah. Just remembered that. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. I know I only did 2 runs technically this time, but that first one was really long. It took a while to do that first run, so now I'm doing now that I've only done 2, and the second one I also made it to the boss still. So I'm gonna call that it for now. If you want to see more, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share with people that you think that will also enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it from me. Oh yeah, and I'm probably gonna do that standalone video of me talking about my vampire system, just randomly. And might also continue to just come up with random stories on the spot. Anyway, hope you enjoy it, and I just want you, and especially you, to have a buttertastic day.